every one, but the main goal is to make it to the Supercrown to actually get the title of that year.
You filtered everybody out. Now you got the cream of the crop for that season, and they're going toe to toe. That's what it is. Best of the best.
Hello everyone and welcome to Riverfront Plaza in Jacksonville, Florida. Home of skate legends from Clyde Singleton and Neil Mims to the 80s, Buck Smith and beyond. And today it's the site of the SLS Supercrown World Championship presented by Cariuma. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm Paul Zitzer along with the 2000 Skater of the Year and all-around street chomper, Jeff Rowley. Jeff, absolute crazy huge weekend here in Jacksonville.
Yeah, we've got a crazy weekend ahead of us. I mean, this is a great skate park, very technical skate park, and all these guys are going to be battling out for one of those top 4 spots into the finals.
That's right. Today is the Last Chance Qualifier. Skaters trying to make a 4-cut. And here we're taking a look at the current season standings. You see those top 4 skaters in gold on the top of your screen there. Nyjah Huston, Felipe Gustavo, Alex Midler, and Gustavo Ribeiro. They don't have to skate today. They are already pre-qualified into tomorrow's final. So today, it comes down to all the skaters trying to make it into that final and join them. Felipe Mota.
Yeah, it's a technical course, Paul. We mentioned that, and it's going to favor certain guys like Felipe Mota, fast feet, technical moves, very technical tricks. Guys like Felipe, I think, are going to do good. It's a good course for this final event of the year, I would say. It's going to put a level standing for everybody, but it's definitely going to favor the 10 and the Nah, Shane O'Neill, guys like that. Guys that can do 10 tricks in a space that a normal guy can only do 5. So, a lot to look forward to today. I look forward to it.
It's going to be a huge day of skateboarding here in Jacksonville. First, let's take a look at how this contest works with the basics, brought to you by tentam. There are 2 sections to Street League. There's the line section where each skater gets 1 45-second run, followed by the single trick section. 4 single trick attempts from everyone, and the top 3 scores count from any section, and the top 4 skaters advance into tomorrow's final.
Are you with us here at Street League?
So Jeff, we have 4 heats on the day. Best skateboarders in the world vying for 4 spots. That is a harsh cut. If you look at these heat lists, I mean, best skaters in the world,
it's anyone's game, Paul. Anyone's game today out there.
And now it is time to meet the skaters in heat number 1. Happy to have this guy back, the flying Frenchman, Aurélien Giraud from France. He hasn't been able to get into the country because you already know why, so we're happy to have him here.
And we have Zion Wright. Zion's 22 years old. Florida, local boy, huge crowd here for him today. Everyone's screaming.
Yeah, the crowd loves Zion. And of course, Dominic Walker. He's a wild card this year. Brand new SLS Pro. He got 7th at the Tour Qualifier. He's trying to make his first SLS final here in Jacksonville.
And Manny Santiago. Manny is no stranger to Street League. 36 years old. Incredible skateboarder. Great attitude.
Torrey Pudwell. He's a founding SLS Pro going all the way back to 2010. He's looking for his first ever win still. He could get it.
And Alec Majerus coming from Minnesota. Alex, very technical. Talk about tech in the Nah, right there. Alec Majerus.
Just a raw street skater. Needs to get it done here on the course, and he can do it. So we're not going to mess around and waste any time, Jeff. We're going to get straight into it. We have a great crowd out here. Skate crowd. They're feeling it already. The sun is out. The skaters are warmed up. Really enjoy. Is going to be the first skater in. We can trace his history back to I trace it back to 2015 when he won Tampa Am. Boom, out of nowhere, there he was, and he's been killing it ever since. And then he got 6th this year in Tokyo, which is a big deal because that was the Olympics. He was in the final. And if you pay any attention to him on Instagram, you just see him flying around constantly. He's in for his line.
Wow, coming in very hot right there. Big alley-oop front center. Another big spin back. He's got a lot of tricks. A big old hard flip.
And I don't like to say like this course is too small for him, but this dude goes so huge.
Oh! Doesn't quite get the kickflip backside lip slide.
There isn't that one thing here that he could just go completely sailing across the course on. He can go big off of that.
Oh! Full speed 360 flip. Oh, going for the hard flip, late kickflip, late front foot flip. What? He came out smoking right there. Here's you're going to see a nice visible replay. Here's that solid hard flip, caught and turn. You can see the nice catch right here. Boom. Coming out hot.
Yeah, he was hustling, packing the tricks in, one fall. So the judges need to set the correct tone here with this score. 7-0 for Aurelian.
That one fall right at the start of the line never helps, does it?
Does not. He made up for it, but one line over and out before moving on to single tricks. Zion Wright in next. Winner of Phoenix Am 2016. He took it from there. 2018 SLS pick. He's been in one final. Trying to get back there.
Nice gap to lip slide. Be nice, just interesting to see if he can pull a 540 out for us.
Ooh, I love it. He can throw those around like nothing.
Oh, going for that nose grind transfer.
That is a scary looking obstacle.
It's a sketchy obstacle is what that is.
Floating flat bar on top of a quarter pipe.
Backside nose grind, a little bit shaky coming out. Backside tail. It's going to be last trick here for Zion. Solid backside 360 ollie.
Now, some falls hurt worse than others. The one, like for him on the quarter pipe, it completely took him off his line. Kind of seems like a nice comeback. Sick. Beautiful.
Oh, wow. Just messing about right down there. There's that gap to Smith grind. It's a solid frontside blunt on the quarter pipe. He's got street and transition skills. And there's that bail on the nose grind that just got away from him. And then that backside 360 just to finish it out.
.2 for Zion in his line. Dominic Walker up next. He's a wild card. Brand new to SLS this year.
Go ahead. He's good to go.
Trying to make his first final.
Oh, always tough missing that first trick, going for that back. Smith just slipped out. Dominic might need to just slow it down just a little bit. Just get that rhythm good. Whoa. That's gap to nose grind. Was that a nose grind or nose one? I couldn't see.
I think it was nose grind. He's fighting the landings, but hey, rolling counts for a lot. Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe slow it down. Take a breath. That's going to be it. Dominic Walker in the run section.
Great to see him out there skating. There's that gap out. Looks right down into the nose grind. Pinches it in. Just about gets away with it.
A for effort. Amazing. 2.3. Judges not feeling it. Falls. You gotta stay on. Gotta stay on. That's all there is to it. Manny Santiago coming in. Placed 19th in the Olympics. He's been an SLS pro since 2013.
Oh! That's not like Manny to miss that one. Kickflip 50-50. You can do that in his sleep, I think.
I feel like Manny's hot or cold. He's either making everything or we'll see. Hopefully he picks it up and starts making everything.
That's impossible in a kickflip. Oh.
Contest blues.
Doesn't quite lock into that 50-50. Come on, Manny, pick it up. Oh, going for the kickflip 5-0. Just lost it right there. I think that first trick really got in his head a little. And it's never good to bail the 50-50, right? Like always lose that speed, lose the rhythm.
But we've talked about this before, Jeff. With this new format, you get one chance at the line. If you mess it up, that's it. You move on to single tricks, so there you go.
Almost be better playing it safe a little bit.
In a way, I think you're right, yes. But on the other hand, you're trying to make a top 4 cut? No playing it safe. Go all out, put it down, make it happen. T-Put's in next. Tori's been at 18 SLS finals. It's been a little while, though.
Nice frontside blunt slide. Tori's got a slightly different bag of tricks, I think, from the rest of the guys here. He skates just a little different, you know? Like that. Goes for the higher parts, the difficult, big, tall ledges that are awkward to get at. That's Tori right there. I love to see it, too. He's one of my faves. Huge nollie kickflip. Nice floating backside 360, just rips away from him. It's going to be 10 seconds. He might get one more trick in here. He's going to have to get it in there quick. Oh, going for the backside Smith grind.
So that score is going to be thrown out the window. It's going to come down to the single tricks for Tori.
There's that beautiful frontside blunt slide to start it out. That nice caught nollie kickflip. Let's see what the judges think. Come on, judges. 2.0.
2.0. Good enough for top 4 for now. Alec Majerus coming in for his line. He placed 3rd in the Tour qualifier this year. That's what got him here. So he knows how to put it together in a contest.
And he can skate transition and everything.
Oh, yeah.
He's that kind of guy, too. He skates gnarly stuff, but he can tone it down and do the same tricks on different obstacles.
Oh,
like that.
Double king.
Nose grind through double king.
And definitely more of a raw street skater, right? Not necessarily known for like being a polished contest skater, but he can do it, and he has done it many times.
Oh, he can definitely do it. I mean, he grew up skating those parks out in Minnesota and going to Tampa contests over the years.
That's right. Tampa Am winner 2012.
Excellent line so far for Alec. Oh, that trick just getting away from him. He's got those crazy rail tricks like Jamie Foy that you got to watch out for that.
He really does, yeah. But he's going to have to look to the single tricks too. A few falls, a few makes.
There's that gap to frontside board slide to start the line out. And here's a close-up on that. Locked in. Gapped up the nose grind. Down, across, down. Very cleanly executed. Total control of the situation. And that solid kickflip 50-50. 6.4 for Alec. Not too shabby.
Hey, that's a decent score. We hit a couple falls in there. So now for a closer look at today's course. Here's Jamie Foy and Rose Wetzlow with the Skater XL course preview.
Hey, Hey, what's up? Jamie Foy.
Hey guys, it's Rose Vetzload.
And we're going to do the Skater XL course preview. Let's check out the course. Behind us, we got a quarter pipe with like a floating handrail on top of it. It's pretty dope.
I saw a lot of cool tricks going down here.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty sick. We got ledges on both sides. It pretty much mirrors on both sides, but it's cool. They go up and they have the higher ledge on top, so people have been getting pretty tricky on those things. Pretty sick.
It looks perfect.
Yeah. Right now we're at the bottom. Pretty much the main section that you're going to see. Pretty much all the tricks go down on the gap to hubba, kink rails, stair set.
And what's your favorite obstacle?
I'd say the kink rail for sure.
Rail.
Yeah, and they definitely gave you enough speed here at this course for anything.
This is my favorite, the ledge.
Yeah.
I practiced a lot of ledge skating, and I think you get perfect speed.
It's a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of crazy skating going down.
Yeah.
It's the last stop, so people are going to be ready to come out here and not hold back.
Supercrown.
Yeah, this
ready.
Supercrown Jacksonville.
Alright guys, this was it for the Skater XL course preview. We really enjoyed you showing the course, and we hope to see you this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time.
Alright, bye-bye.
Street League Skateboarding is brought to you by Cariuma, old school shoes, new school ethics. By Monster Energy, proud sponsor of Street League Skateboarding since 2010. By Visible, wireless that is better with friends. And by Skater XL, available now on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
We kicked off the season in Los Angeles with a qualifier where 30 of the best street skaters competed for 3 open spots to join SLS pros like Nyjah Houston and Paul Rodriguez on the 2021 SLS Championship Tour. Our first stop was Salt Lake City, where all the SLS pros got a taste of our new format that makes for an exciting showdown in the final. Gustavo Ribeiro and Nyjah Houston duked it out, but in the end, Gustavo walked away fulfilling his dream with his first ever SLS win. Then we hit Lake Havasu for stop 2. Everyone brought their A-game as they continued to stack championship points to make the top 4 from the season that advanced straight into the Supercrown Final. Nyjah, Deshaun, and Felipe went in on the final, but with Nyjah hungry for the win, no one could take it away from him. Now it's on at the Supercrown World Championships in Jacksonville, Florida, presented by Cariuma. Nyjah, Felipe, Alex Midler, and Gustavo Ribeiro are the top 4 from the season, locked into the Supercrown Final. The top 4 from the Last Chance Qualifier joined them to battle it out, with one winner being crowned the 2021 Supercrown World Champion.
So Jeff, it's been a great year so far, and it culminates here in Jacksonville. We're off to a great start. Aurélien Giraud from France up on top after the line section. Heat 1 of 4 here in the Last Chance Qualifier. So now we move on to single tricks. And we know Aurélien can do a lot. You see it every day. There you go. 360 flip 50.
It doesn't look like he's phased by the situation, too. Coming all the way over to the US, straight into this. There's that tray flip 50-50, like it was nothing. There's the other angle right there. See both those trucks lock in nicely.
8.0. Highest score of the day so far, no surprise. 360 flip 50. Zion Wright in next. He's currently in 3rd place. Put in a 4.2 in the line. And he can do it all also.
Let's see what obstacle he goes at, though, what he favors for these. Oh! That was sick, going for the backside 5-0, shove it out. I didn't see that coming.
No.
I want to see it, though.
I mean, he could have just settled with the backside 5-0 down the double kink, in my opinion. But he's going for a top 4 spot. He's not messing around. Dominic Walker in. Oof. That looked like, I think he was going kickflip front nose. It looked like he went kickflip front crook. We'll see. Next try. Manny Santiago in 6th. Had a little bit of a meltdown in the line. Needs to make up for it. Classic Manny, but coming off at the last second.
Heel flip varial board slide.
Torrey, he's in.
Looks like he's gearing up. Nice backside 360.
Clean.
Showing the experience right there.
Yeah.
Going with what he knows. Get the ball rolling.
Get some points. He's got to make up for that run. So no matter what, he has to stay on at least 3 or 4 tricks. So that's one.
Look how excellent his head placement is as he's spinning 360 right there. No shake in the head. Knows exactly where he's going.
5.8. Solid score. Alec Majerus came off a decent run score, a couple falls.
Oh, backside Smith down the double kink.
That looked too easy. Smart. Like you said, Jeff, do what you know.
You can see how long this is, Paul, not to cut you off there, boy, but you can see how long that rail is from that angle right there.
Right. You got to lock it in.
Yeah, it's not a small rail. And it's not super low, too. Not as low as it looks. Alex showing those serious rail skills. Nice 7.1. That'll do it.
Good enough for second place for now. So we go back to the top of the order for the second of 4 single tricks. Aurelian, your leader. Oh! Okay, Jeff. He looks like the skater to beat today. Like, that's what it's going to take.
Yeah, he looks very strong on his board. A huge gapped out kickflip to frontside board slide. That's a good 10-foot gap out.
He barely had any room left on the rail to even slide that. Man.
Look at that control. He was already coming out before he even got in. He knew where he wanted to go.
That was beautiful. 8. Back-to-back 8s. Way up on top. Almost 10 points in the lead.
I think he's setting the standard for everybody else to follow here for the rest of the heats, right?
Yeah, but to be honest, 7 and 8 aren't the highest scores in terms of like overall. It might take 9s to get into the top 4. We'll see. Zion Wright. Oh! Yes! He got sketchy on that and pulled it off.
Yeah, he almost lost his body weight there. He's good. Crowd loves it. He's got so much support here from Florida today. There's that backside 5-0. Almost had to grab the nose and then shove it out. A little sketchy on the body, balance, but the rest of it was clean. Look, clean lock in, all the way down. You can see his head dips right here. Look, has to almost grab the nose of the board. Manages to keep that control and then an actual real clean shove it out.
Especially like trying to shove it out of a round bar. It's so easy to flip your board halfway over, right? You land up with your board upside down. 7.4, great score for Zion. Dominic Walker on deck. He's in 5th. He needs to make 3 tricks because his run score was a write-off. He's had 1 fall so far. Oh, that's tough because we're not going to see Dominic Walker advance, even if he makes his next 2, most likely, because his run score was too low. It's too bad. All right, Manny Santiago, he's in.
Oh, there we go.
It is. Beautiful. Classic Manny. Varial heel to you name it. Visible replay. Varial heel, backboard. He'll take it to back 5-0. He'll take it to nose grind, back nose blunt, back Smith.
I really like the way he locks in and drops both the rail flat on his board right there.
Yeah, there's no question. He knows what he's doing on the varial heel.
It's a Manny classic right there.
8.7, highest scoring trick.
8.7. That is huge.
But that backside 5-0 shove it out, the score that got, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to question that, doing a backside 5-0 across that long rail to shove it out close to that. Should have got a high score. That's just me.
Yeah,
That's what I'm here for, no?
I'm with you. T-putt. Oh, that was nice.
That was very well caught and popped. Yeah, Tori. Comes out snapping.
So Tori sitting in 5th. It's going to be his 3rd score. He's got a 2.0 and a 5.8. He's adding to that, setting himself up for his last 2 attempts. But scores aside, that was just a beautiful nollie flip. And as we mentioned, T-Put's founding SLS Pro going all the way back to 2010. He's the only founding SLS Pro that's still around who hasn't won yet. He's the only one that's still around without a win. I'd like to see that change. That would be cool. Could be a good, nice surprise.
He's almost won a couple of times.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Next up, Alec Majerus going for that front set crooked grind through the kinker. That would have been wild.
Back to the top. Aurelian, he's just on a roll. He's just trying to add to his score right now. His lowest score is a 7 even. Get rid of that with anything better.
What is going on? He's just stepping right on the gas.
Yeah, he is.
He's like, get rid of all the gears, get rid of all the brakes, just give me some gas, I'm going.
Go, full throttle, all in. It looks like he knows he's like, I'm going to do these tricks. It's just a matter of what scores I'm going to get for him when I land.
Big old hard flip over the rail. It's a frontside board slide. 10-foot gap into that. Maximum speed also.
You know what you see with a skater like Aurelian right now is he is just skating his absolute best. 9.5. Okay. So goodbye to his lowest scoring 7. Wow. Aurelian on fire. 25.5 overall score right now. Zion Wright, sitting in 4th, trying to post his 3rd score. Oh, he sees what's happening. So it's going to come down to his final single trick attempt.
He's going to have to really go for it on that last one as well, too, to stand any fighting chance, getting anywhere.
Yeah, because he's got a pretty weak run score. Dominic Walker. It's got to stay on. No.
Dominic going for the same obstacle, too, just the opposite side. Going for kickflip crook or kickflip board, couldn't quite tell. Great to see Dominic out there.
Manny essentially needs to make his last two tries because his run score was too low. Oh! There you go, Manny getting back into his groove.
I think it's the crowd that's juicing him up.
Yeah, he that's like his lifeblood. Mainlining crowd juice.
Look how high that nollie flip was as well, too.
That was beautiful.
It was very well caught.
So, Jeff, in my opinion, a nollie flip back 50 on that might, I mean, that's in the ballpark of a varial heel backboard. I think it would be harder, actually. If I had to do one or the other, which bails for 6 weeks and then go home with no makes, but still, nollie flip 50, 7.9. Huge score. But not up in the varial heel backboard department. Okay, T-Pud coming in next. He's in 3rd. Looking to drop a 2.0.
Oh! Whoa! That was cool. Nollie flip board slide on a big wide rail like that. A lot of room for error on that one.
So that 2.0 is going to go. Take another look. Wow.
You can see that just pop right over the top. Solid catch. Clean land. Beautiful moves.
8.3. Torrey Pudwell moves up into second place, drops Manny down into third, and Alec Majerus currently sitting in fourth place, looking for his, and that's only with 2 scores, so looking for his third. Oh! So he's going to have to make that on his last attempt, no question.
Yeah, he put himself in a difficult position. He was looking so good right out of the gate.
Back to the top of the order. Aurelien Giraud currently sitting in first place. That 9.5 is the highest score of the season, period. That's huge. Hard flip front board, 9.5. What else has he got for us? Oh!
Was he going for a bigger flip or a big spin flip? I think a big spin flip, probably.
It did look like a big spin flip, but he's famous for the bigger spin flip. We'll maybe see him back in the final if that 25.5 holds through 3 more heats. You know, he did great skating. 9.5 was huge. The other scores, you know, they're not groundbreaking scores though. So we'll see. Zion Wright coming in next. He's got to move up into the top 4. Oh! He's not going to do it.
No, didn't quite get his feet in the right spot.
So that's all we're going to get from Zion Wright here in Jacksonville. Great showing as always from Zion. And Dominic Walker. This one is for the love and the homies, Jeff. Oh! Let's knock those hands together for Dominic Walker coming out for us. Hey, here's another thing to consider. The top 20 skaters here this weekend, or for the season, they get to skate again next year. If you don't finish in the top 20 for the season, you're out. So these results matter a lot.
Some hard rules right there.
Yeah.
Hard lines made.
Manny Santiago, he's in third. He's trying to add to his score here. And he's not going to do it. So, realistically, Manny's score of an 18.4. That's going to be tough to hold on to a top 4 spot through the rest of the day. T-Pud, he's already up there with a 20.3. He's trying to drop a 5.8. Torrey Pudwell currently sitting in second place with a 20.3 overall score. Feeling it out.
Oh! Got for a huge backside Smith from the flat.
Again, a score of a 20.3. Could go either way. Alec Majerus in next. He's in fourth. He's looking for his third score. Needs this make.
He needs to pull out a hammer right now.
And there you go.
There it is. Frontside crooks through the kinker.
That is how to take it out right there.
Showing the control and balance. He's stoked on that one. There's that slow-mo. You can see that lock and pinch in that. He knew right when he got in that one he was coming through.
I think those tricks like that are so great because you got to be so committed to it. It's one thing if you flip out to like a down hubba, you know, there's not as much of a level of commitment. When you're going for a front crook down a double kink, hang on. 7.5.
7.5, judges.
Alec Majerus in second place.
That was gnarly.
That was gnarly.
I was a little low on that one.
And look, his average score right now is only 7s to get him to a 21. So let's take a look at the standings after heat number 1. Aurelian Giroux up on top with a 25.5. Alec Majerus and T-Puds rounding out the top 3. Manny Santiago there in 4th. That's the bubble, but with an 18.4. That is going to be tough to hold on to the top 4 spot with 3 heats still to come here from Jacksonville. And we're going to throw it down to Andrew Cannon, who's with Manny Santiago.
That's right, Manny, you skated solid out there today. You're down in 4th right now. It's obviously a tough cut, but what does it mean to you to be here in SLS?
I mean, just in general, to be here in Jacksonville at the Supercrown SLS means a lot. We got a beautiful crowd, sold out crowd with the best skaters in the world. Like, I mean, I'm happy. You know, I can't explain that. You know, I'm just excited, I'm happy, and I'm fortunate enough to be a part of this.
You've done all the contests. You've been doing it forever. Why does SLS differ?
Because right now, you know, SLS to me is like, you know, it's like the NBA of skateboarding. It is like the top tier skaters, visually the best, the courses are the best, the crowds are awesome, and it's just being part of such an elite group and knowing that you've worked so hard to be a part of that group. And that's part of your career, and that's something that you look forward to as you know, progress in skateboarding competitively.
Absolutely. All right, well, who do you want to see make it in there if you're unable to get in there? Who do you want to see get into that top 4?
Honestly, I'd like to see, you know, the boys, Malto, Paul. I'd love to see Mickey Papa. He's got the tricks. Anyone, honestly. We're all here, and I wish the best to everyone.
Awesome. Well, we love you, Manny. Best of luck. We're going to keep our fingers crossed. Back up to you, Paul.
Thank you, Andrew. Remember, follow us on Instagram at SLS for results, highlights, updates, anything happening at SLS. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Take a look at the overall standings from the season. Those top 4 skaters in gold are pre-qualified into tomorrow's final. Everybody else is trying to get there. 4 spots still open. Deshaun Jordan, Chris Joslin, Jamie Foy, they had a great year. Didn't quite lock in a spot to the final, but they're still in the mix. Let's take a look now back at Super Crowns over the years. It has been a wild decade and more. Here we go.
And this is a victory ride for our overall champion of 2010, Nigel Houston.
Now Sean Malto's been slow to skate. Oh, wow. Sean Malto is our new champ.
And this is where he's going to apply the pressure. It's showtime tonight.
Nigel Houston's our new 2012 champion.
Chris Cole up next.
2013 Supercrown World Champion. Here it is. Is he going to make it? Oh my goodness! Nigel Houston has done it again.
He needs an 8.5. Will he make it?
Oh!
He's done it! Kelvin Hoffler, a rookie on the tour, has not only won his first Street League, but has won the SLS Super Crown World Championship.
He is trying to better an 8.2 to increase his lead. Oh, and Shane O'Neill is your new Super Crown World Champion, Nigel Houston.
We need one more absolute hammer from Nigel, and he does it!
And there you have your 2017 Super Crown Champion. Here we go.
What's it going to be?
Back to back, Super Crown wins. 2-time defending world champion. Nigel Houston, 3-time back-to-back-to-back world champion. We've had a great run at SLS, and welcome back to Jacksonville, Florida. It's Riverfront Plaza, and that shot right there is brought to you by Athletic Brewing Company. Great view of downtown Jacksonville, and we are right on the river. There's a look at the course. Great work once again by California Skate Parks. And now, it is time Let's meet our skaters in heat number 2 here in the Last Chance Qualifier. Carlos Ribeiro, SLS Pro since 2016. Best finish ever was a 3rd place back in 2017 in Munich.
Vincent Milou from France, 25 years old.
Oh, Sean Malto. It's so great to have these legends on the course here this weekend. Founding SLS Pro going back to 2010, and you saw it in the highlights. He was the 2011 World Champ, Supercrown.
Speaking of legends, Paul Rodriguez. Does he even need the intro?
Nah, we could just be quiet.
Yeah, I think we'll just be quiet on Paul. What an incredible skateboarder. Crowd loves him too.
Newer SLS Pro, going back to 2018. Hasn't been in a final since the London Pro Open. Back then, Trent McClung.
Trent skated great in the last event. Also ripping in that last event.
He's incredibly consistent. So much board control.
I'm blown away by how many skateboarders are out here. Just incredible turnout today.
Take a look at the start list for heat number 2. Carlos Ribeiro will be coming in first, followed by Vincent Milou, Sean Malto, P-Rod, and Trent McClung. Those are the 5 skaters in heat number 2. We have 4 heats on the day. The top 4 skaters will advance into tomorrow's final. Carlos Ribeiro coming in for his first line. One and only line.
Gap over the backside over crook. Nice crooked grind down the kink. Looking very at peace today, Carlos. Nice nollie cap. The switchback lip. Back tail on the back top part of the bench.
That was beautiful. Perfect. I mean, that's the way he skates. He's one of those guys, isn't he?
Oh, nice. Switch backside lip slide. Oh, my goodness. And that will be it. That was an incredible line, Carlos.
That was.
There's that cleanly locked in crooked grind. In the middle of the line. So many tricks he got in there too. And there's that beautiful backside tail slide. Smoothly sliding across the bench.
And the variety in this run.
And then ending it off with that nollie kickflip 50-50. Yeah.
I mean, that you couldn't do a better run. Everything he did was perfect. Did hit all the different parts of the course. 9 club, 9.0. And that is the highest run of the day. Well deserved. Beautifully scored there. Vincent Milou on deck. One of the 2 French skaters here this weekend. Placed 4th at the Olympics. 1 trick away from a medal. He's a beast.
Nice frontside blunt slide. Coming in half cap. Oh, trying the half cap 5-0. Maybe 1 mile an hour too quick into that. Oh, just losing a little bit of that rhythm. 20 seconds, still got time to get some heavy tricks in there. Like that one. 180 ollie over the switch crook. Solid lofty kickflip. This will be the last trick. Oh!
So Jeff, with the new format where skaters get 1 line and only 4 trick attempts, if you mess up on the line and you don't get a good score, then there's so much pressure to make 3 out of 4 single tricks. It's almost too much.
Might be smarter to keep it fairly simple and just get a decent score on the board, or take that pressure off going into the single tricks. Nice kickflip, and then there's that coming in the half gap crooked grind. Doesn't quite get it. You can see there a little bit too much weight leaning back. He's upset with himself. He can do those tricks all day long.
2.8. It's one of those scores that get thrown out. Sean Malto in next. 2011 Supercrown World Champ. And he's been killing it ever since. He's had ups and downs. Lately, he's been looking amazing.
He had some injuries a few years back, but he's kind of bounced back from that big time. Put out a bunch of street parts since then, and getting back into the contest circuit as well. I think he's spending a lot of time on the real street as well. Sean has been. Nice nollie frontside nose.
Everything he does looks good. Got one of the cleanest styles out.
Nice gap to lip slide. Oh! Time for the gap out to the frontside crook. That was a great line, though. Got a good amount of tricks in there.
Taking another look. Classic.
There's that gap out. Clean lip slide. You can see how smooth this style is. Just look how little foot movement there is.
Yeah. Total control. 2.3. Coming in next, Paul Rodriguez. So great to have him back in SLS. It's been a long break. After 2016, he was out.
Starts off with that switch backside 5-0.
Hasn't missed a beat.
There's that nollie cab. Switch back lip. Moving through the course well. Now he's on the opposite side, so he's covered the whole course. Important too. Switch kickflip.
Oh, that was so close.
Flawless line until then, until that fall. See if he can get one last trick in there. Switch flip, frontside board slide.
Everything he does, just switch back to back to back.
I mean, that will be it. This one's just for the crowd. Maybe not. Great line there for Paul. Unfortunately, that one 360 flip kind of got away from him, but the rest of it was flawless, like this trick right here. Nollie cab. And that smooth switch kickflip.
If you can do all your tricks switch, and they're hard tricks, I mean, even regular, then you're golden.
Well, he can do them switch and regular.
Yeah. And he's so strategic. He's smart. He knows how to skate a contest. He has so much experience. 5.6. He was one. If he would have made that switch straight flip, I think that score would have been 3 points higher. Okay, Trent McClung, he's on the course.
Now, Trent's a guy that can step it up or step it down, depending on the size of the... Like, he can do all of his tricks on little rails and big rails, too. Right? And he's very technical, too.
Yeah, I think this course would suit him well, though, because of how technical he is. Fortunately, he falls there. He can make up for it.
Backside 5-0. Probably going to be the last trick. Rolling in. Nice gap to backside lip slide.
So it seems like falls are costing a lot of points right now. So if I was advising anyone what to do, I'd just say, just make sure you're doing tricks you're going to make. No matter, even if they're basic, stay on. Because you can be killing it and then fall and then get a terrible spot. Because you got to stay on it, because all these guys are too good.
There's that nice locked-in tail slide and hops out of it. And that final gap to back lip. Good line, but hard when you bail in the middle of the line again, isn't it? It's difficult to recover from that.
Yeah, psychologically, and then, not to mention, then there's no time left. So you got to squeeze something in. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow. Watch the finals. Here's your schedule. Sunday at noon Eastern, we're kicking it off with the women's final, and then at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, men's final. We're going to be crowning men's and women's Supercrown World Champions tomorrow. So we recently sat down with P-Rod and asked him what it's like to be back skating here at SLS this year.
My name is Paul Martin Rodriguez. I am from Northridge, California. The first time I ever heard about SLS was from Rob Dyrdek. I was at his house, asked me if I wanted to be one of the guys in the first season. Of course, I was honored to be, and I was just happy to be a part of it. I literally dedicated my whole life to skateboarding, and to go away and come back and like feel that embrace from not only the fans but from like the actual pro skaters as well. It feels crazy to me. Like the 12-year-old me would not understand that that could happen. Like I just wanted my spot in skateboarding.
Being here today.
Like having gone to Salt Lake City and seeing the level of skating that's going on and being a part of that and like feeling those nerves again that I like became unused to. It was very humbling. I didn't expect to come in and like be back at the top of the list. Of course not, but I just seeing where everyone was at was just let me know like, all right, man, like, cool, you came back from your injury and you're feeling healthy, that's nice, but like there's a lot more work to do. If I want to get back onto podium positions, like I got a lot of ground to cover. It's a new challenge that like I'm looking forward to, and I'm up to the challenge. How does it feel to take an SLS win? It feels euphoric. It's really hard to do. It's really, really hard to do in my experience. Anytime I've won it, it's been a combination of like lots of practice, lots of dedication, and luck.
What a legend. P-Rod on the course. He's one of only 10 stop winners in SLS history. Only 10 people have ever won. Pretty amazing. Current standings. After one heat in the line section of Heat 2. Aurelian Giroux up on top. Majerus, Teapot, Manny Santiago. Those are your top 4 skaters that would currently be advancing to the final tomorrow. But that's all possible to change, because we have 2.5 more heats still to come. This is heat number 2 here in the Last Chance Qualifier of the 2021 SLS Supercrown World Championship, presented by Cariuma. Single trick section coming up for Heat 2. Carlos Ribeiro will be the first skater in. Each skater gets 4 single trick attempts. Carlos Ribeiro is currently in 6th place, coming off a run score of 9. So he set himself up really nicely. That means he only needs to make only, I'm saying, Jeff, 2 out of 4 tricks. Of course, they got to be hard, so that's still a tall order. It's tough, but
he's sitting in a good spot, though.
In a great spot.
He did that. He just did that. Switch frontside blunt slide through the double king.
And as you were saying, Jeff, that rail is taller than it looks. That was beautiful. So coming off a 9 in the run section, following it up with a switch front blunt through a double king. How about that?
Hops out just a hair early on that, but it's a good 16-foot slide on that rail. Cleanly done. Total control in that. If the judges don't give that one a rip-roaring score, I'm going to go down there and change the score myself. 8.5.
8.5. So Carlos moving on up. He's in 5th, and that's with only 2 scores. Vincent Malou in next. His run score was not so great, so he's going to want to make 3 out of 4 tricks to give himself a shot at the top 4.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. That's what he's got to do. Kickflip front lip. That's Signature Vincent Miller.
You can see the sheer speed he was going at that.
And even he flicks with power. He doesn't have this like finesse. I mean, it's finesse also, but it's power.
Yep, absolutely, Paul.
Beautiful.
I see it.
.7. Beautiful. Vincent moves up into 7th place. And Sean Malto on deck. Last time he was in a final was 2017. He's going to have to make 3 of 4 to get back there.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Gap the backside over crook. No. We'll hedge it. There's that nice locked in over crook. Actually back gaps out to it.
It got a little loose. Manages to hang on. That was nice. Alto. 7.7. Solid score. Got to make 2 more. Paul Rodriguez on deck. So we saw a great run from him with 1 fall. That was only good for a 5-6. He's got to put down some bangers here.
Oh, yes. Nice switch 360 flip. That's not a trick you see Paul do a lot down those gaps, right, in contests. That's great to see that. He did it so well, too.
Perfect. Clean. I mean, there's nothing that says that switch other than he's a goofy footer. That's it. I mean, it is perfection. Even if he was a regular footer, he'd get a good score for that 360 flip.
Well, he's an absolute pioneer of that style of forward and backward skating, you know?
Yeah, like he learned to change the shoulders to the other direction. It's rare. 7.9. Paul creeps up to 6th. Trent McClung on deck. Trent coming off a 4.1 in the line section. Really, he's going to need 3 big tricks.
He's definitely got the technical side of it. Keep going for the kickflip crook on that one.
So, I mean, that's what we're talking about. So he struggled a little bit in the run section and then falls on 1 trick, and now he has to make 3 hammers in a row or go home. That's it. It's a harsh format. Very little room for any falls. Carlos Ribeiro coming in 5th place. Anything better than a 1 is going to move him into the top 4. That would have been it.
Going for the clean switch crook.
Manny Santiago from heat number 1 is on the bubble in 4th. He's going to be the first one out. Vincent Malou in 8th. Needs a 7 or better to move into the 4th place spot.
Oh! Kickflip the board slide fakie.
Again, just aggressive with the flick.
Look at this catch right here, look. Boom! Big old catch and then takes it to fakie. It's cool that he catches it so high above the rail, and you'd think he would then want to come out forward, but then controls it and is able to rip out fakie.
8.0. Vincent Malou moves into 4th, and Manny Santiago is packing his bags. He's out. We still love you, Manny. Sean Malto in next. He's got to make a few more tricks.
just slipped out of that feeble. Attempting to switch feeble through the kink.
So P-Rod will be coming in next. He's in 7th. Put down the switch tray for 7-9. Where does he go next?
I think he's gearing up down the same, either hover or gap. Well, he's coming in switch. We know that one. Oh! Switch backside big spin.
That's a rare one. We saw him do the switch backside flip in Lake Havasu. Thought he was going back for that, but nope, switch back biggie. So now he's going to have to make his next 2 tries, no matter what. Trent McClung. All right, so Trent's in the unenviable position of having to make 3 in a row, period.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty much decided on this first one right here, whether this is of standard, right, or he makes it.
Wow, that was so perfect.
Solid kick for crooked grind.
So he didn't get too sketched out by the pressure there.
No, very cleanly locked in, popped out.
No extra movement. The arms down.
Yep, almost 0 compression coming out. He didn't need to.
So Trent doing what he needed to do there. 7.4.
Just need a little bit more of that.
Needs 2 more of those. He's got that all day. So back to the top of the order. Carlos Ribeiro in 6th place. He's got a 9 and an 8.5. So he's set himself up really well. Just needs 1 more out of these next 2. Yeah! Wow, he was fighting that from the second he got on it. And then by the time he landed it, perfect.
Locks him beautifully. That switch crook actually almost looked like he was going to take it over to the other side. He had to, if you watch right here as he's pushing down, watch him push down. Boom, up. That's why he almost lost control right there. Wow. Rail speeds up for a second.
Switch crook down the double kink. That is going to be a huge score. So a 2.1 moves him into the top 4. And in fact, an 8.3 gets him the lead. Aurelien Giroux just got bumped down into 2nd place. Now, Vincent Malou just got bumped to 5th. T-Pud is in 4th. Okay, Vincent Malou.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Half cab. Nose grind revert.
Vincent getting it done.
That was gnarly to revert backside out of that high hover. Coming in, locks in, comes out a little bit early. Beautiful half cab. Almost went over crook and almost went to back lip too.
Okay, so T-Pud on the bubble with a 20.3. Vincent only needs a 3.7 to change that. 8.4, good enough for 3rd place, but a strong 3rd place there. So T-Pud is out. So Vincent, after a 2.8 in the run section, came back with an 8.7, 8.0, and an 8.4. Sean Malto coming in. Paul Rodriguez coming in next in 7th place. High and up. Switch gap. Is it the switch back biggie again? A 7.6 or better moves him into the top 4. Alec Majerus is now the bubble skater in fourth.
Oh! And he gets it. Switch backside big spin. That was epic.
The control.
That's one of those tricks. Not that many people do it because it's very, very awkward. Very awkward.
Take a look at the visible replay here. Switch back biggie. So much control. He just places the board back under his feet. Classic P-Rod. A 7.6 moves him into fourth. 8.3.
Yes, that's what we want to see.
Alec Majerus just got bumped out of tomorrow's final. And P-Rod is hanging on to a bubble spot there with a 21.8. Trent McClung back in. He's got to make this. Perfect. Okay.
Clean, solid kickflip 50-50.
So he's doing what he can do. Kickflip 50. He did the kickflip crook. He's got 2 makes in a row. Setting himself up for the last try.
It's looking like to get into the top 4, you're going to have to be in the mid-20s to even stand a fighting chance.
Yeah.
I think with where it's lining out.
Right, because you see P-Rod in fourth, but he's about, he's 3 points or more below Vincent in third. We got 2 heats still to go with plenty of rippers coming. Carlos Ribeiro back in, current leader. 25.8 is his overall score. He's just trying to add to that. He would have done it. So the question is now, does that score hold up through the next 2 heats? It's likely. No guarantees. Vincent Malou coming in. Needs an 8.8 or better to move into first place. He's trying to get rid of an 8.0.
I think he was trying to lock in and go fakie on that one. Frontside flip, lip slide fakie, and that's going to be a no score.
So Vincent is going to have to hope that that 25.1 holds up through the next 2 heats. Sean Malto, intense. He's essentially out. This one's for the homies.
It's for all of the great skateboarders in the crowd today. All the local skaters. Appreciate you coming out. Nice switch feeble attempt from Sean. It's going to be it for Sean. Always good to see him out there ripping. Always easy on the eyes. Smooth as it gets.
So Paul Rodriguez in 4th place. He's trying to drop a 5.6. So anything better than that is going to help him out a lot. That's the key, is making the trick, getting rid of the 5.6 and increasing his points. Doesn't get it done. So he's going to have to settle for the 21.8.
He knows, though. Yeah. He knows.
He left it out there. Trent McClung, final skater of heat number 2. Final best trick attempt. Needs a 9.1 to crack into the top 4. Oh! Went for it. Yeah, Trent. Good showing from all the skaters here in heat number 4. This is the last chance qualifier from the SLS Supercrown World Championship presented by Cariuma. Standings after 2 heats. Carlos Ribeiro, Aurelien Giraud, Vincent Milou, and Paul Rodriguez in the top 4 spots. Those 4 skaters will be skating tomorrow unless the next 2 heats change it all up, which there's a good chance. So far, so good, Jeff. Lots of great skating, but we're seeing a lot of falls are costing some skaters. It's all about staying on, doing hard tricks. It's a tough task with very little room for error here with the new formula. So Paul Rodriguez in 4th place. His score is a 21/8. Vincent Milou in 3rd with a 25.1. There's a huge gap there. We're going to see if Paul Rodriguez can hold on to that spot through the rest of the day. But first, let's send it down to Andrew Cannon.
Carlos, what was going through your mind on that run? That was crazy.
Thank you. So hyped I landed it, dude. Like, I was just on survival mode inside of my head, you know. Every time I pop, I was screaming inside, like, ah! Oh, landed. Breathe. All right, another one. Oh, landed. Woo, breathe. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, so you came out swinging. You got a 9 on the runs. How does that make you feel as you head into the single tricks? I mean, there's definitely been times where you'll go into the single tricks and every single one of those matters, but you started it off with a 9.
Straight up, yes. That's the first time I get a 9 in a run, so you definitely feel more comfortable going into the single trick section. You know, I felt a little more comfortable, but still you need to put points on, so you still got that pressure. So I feel like same pressure, a little more comfortable. That's how I felt, yeah.
You look like really comfortable on those kink rails. What, you know, is that a normal obstacle for you or what?
Definitely not, and maybe I looked comfortable, but I wasn't comfortable at all. That was the first time I switch crooked this thing too, so I was just like, I'm gonna wait when I need it, and thank God it worked.
Wow, congratulations, Carlos. Right now you're in the top spot. Fingers crossed it's gonna hold. What would it mean to you to be in the finals here at the Supercrown?
I would be super stoked to be in the finals, man. It's such a hard cut to make, you know, top 4 from this event, but either way, it's a nice one to watch. If I don't make it, just want to see the boys kill it, and if I make it, I'll be hyped for sure.
Well, congratulations, Carlos. Amazing skating right there in heat number 2, and back up to you guys.
Thank you, Andrew. Great attitude from Carlos Ribeiro.
And cool to hear that he hadn't even done the trick in practice. He just,
right?
Oh, I need to do that now. I'll save it for now.
When it matters.
True professional.
We've got Heat 3 coming up soon, but first we caught up with Gustavo Ribeiro and talked to him about the importance of skating in SLS.
My name is Gustavo Ribeiro. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Portugal, Lisbon. When you are a kid, you have like a lot of dreams, and I remember like when I was like 10, like dreaming like I want to skate with these guys like P-Rod, Shane O'Neill, Nigel. And I don't know, it's just like one of my biggest dreams will be on Street League because I like competition, and Street League is one of the best competitions nowadays. The first Street League that I skated was in London 2018. Man, it was fun. Like, I was so young, I was so nervous, and it was a fun times. I made it to the finals, I got so stoked, I was so happy. And like them, like I mean, like my first Street League, I'm in the finals, you know, skating with all of these guys, all of my favorite skaters. So like, I was so stoked. I was like, I can't believe. In Salt Lake City, I didn't try the trip flip nose bend for the whole weekend, and I tried the first one was really bad, and then the last try I was like, yeah, you know, or I land and I can win, or I land and at least I got the 2nd place. So I was not stressed. I was not worried. Like, I mean, I got the 2nd place already, so I just landed, and it was the craziest feeling ever. When I found out that I won, I just started crying. Like, I was so happy. It's a dream, you know?
Welcome back to Riverfront Plaza from Jacksonville, Florida. It's the 2021 SLS Supercrown World Championship presented by Cariuma. You're watching the men's Last Chance Qualifier. Best skateboarders in the world trying to make a 4-cut. And now it is time to meet the skaters in heat number 3. Luan Oliveira from Brazil. His last SLS final was in 2016. It's been too long.
Jagger Eaton. Going to be nice to see Jagger on this course today. A little more of a technical course, but he can adapt to anything. Hometown of Mesa, Arizona.
Ryan DeCenzo, been around for a minute. SLS Pro since 2013. Looking to make his first podium this weekend.
And then Shane O'Neill. Arguably, but not in this argument, the most technical skateboarder alive in the world today.
He really is. You can't be better than Shane O'Neill. Mickey Papa from Canada. Coming off a 10th place finish in the Olympics this year. He won the SLS Tour qualifier in July. That's what got him here. He's a contest killer. Now, before we kick off Heat 3, let's talk about the basics presented by Tech Deck. There are 2 sections to SLS. There's the line section where each skater gets 45 seconds on the course, followed by 4 single trick attempts. Top 3 scores count from any section. And the key to today's Last Chance Qualifier is the top 4 skaters advance to the final. That's a harsh cut, Jeff. A 4 cut. That leaves very little room for error, if not no room for error. Start list for heat number 3. Luan Oliveira will be coming in first, followed by Jagger Eaton, Ryan DeCenzo, Shane O'Neill, and Mickey Papa. Lots of talent right there. 2 Canadians, Australia, USA, and Brazil.
It's going to be a good one. I'm excited to see Luan skate. I think all the crowd is too. They're screaming for him.
And he's another one of these founding SLS pros going back to 2010. He got his win in 2015, New Jersey.
Ollie frontside board slide. Coming in nice and fast. Nice slide around, a half cap nose slide, 270.
And Luan is so good at putting so many tricks down. Such quick feet, knows how to put a line together, has tricks for every obstacle.
Solid pop 360 flip. Going in for that switch frontside kickflip. Oh, it doesn't quite get the catch. Was looking very good before that bail right there.
Okay, if you could do a switch front 3 on flat with 1 second left like that, I'd rather see that than some standard gap to hopper trick almost. That was amazing.
Luan's one of the only guys who does throw out like flat ground tricks in the middle of his run. I think he does plan a lot of it out. Nice frontside kickflip, but then also he freestyles a little bit of it. If he decides to just switch it up at that second after he lands a trick like this 360 flip, he does. That's what's fun about him. He's exciting to watch.
A lot of people have a few tricks that they're really good at and they do again and again. He could do a million tricks. I mean, he could do everything. He could make the cut doing flat ground tricks.
I believe that.
5.2. So the switch frontside flip cost him bad on that run. Jagger Eaton. Oh, the crowd is responding to that score. They wanted a higher score. I don't blame them, but the judges are calling it. They know what's up. Jagger Eaton in.
Oh, big old nose grind. Nice 360 flip. Tray flip. Or just tray. For sure. Back to an nose grind. Faking nose one. Showing that like transition skill as well as the street right here. Kickflip backside lip slide. Crooked grind through the kink like it was nothing. Still got a little bit of time. Let's cover the whole course already. Kickflip 50-50. Oh! Switch frontside crook. Oh, beautiful line right there for Jagger.
His consistency is unbelievable. You know he's going to make his tricks. So if you're going to beat him, you have to beat him. That's one of those guys that, like, you know, if you're a Nigel Houston, you can recognize real quick. Jagger Eaton is going to be around a while, and he's always going to be hard to beat.
Nobody's hit in the line. We haven't really seen anybody. You know, Zion hit it for a second, but hit the transition to the rail above there, and the nice back opening nose grind. Does that long crooked grind. Maintains that speed, moves on to the next trick.
8.6. Great score.
Great score.
Still, the highest run score of the day was from Carlos Ribeiro. This is up in that zone. Ryan DeCenzo in next. High speed.
Nice frontside blunt slide. Good form on the frontside blunt. Very vertical with his board. Nice sugar cane. Or hurricane. Just wide hubba like that. It's hard to know what to call it.
Yeah.
Gap the nose blunt. How about a sugar hurricane? There you go. That's what we'll call it.
DeCenzo putting it together with 10 seconds left. Just got to finish strong.
He's put in a few really hard tricks right in the middle of that, though.
Oh!
Well, that was unfortunate. All those ripping moves and then to, you know, fall on the last second on the last one. Yeah. Unfortunate right there.
See on takeoff, it just didn't flip right. Great run, nevertheless. High speed, packed in a lot of tricks. Switch.
What's that? Switch. Sugar cane? Hurricane? Hard to name that trick.
Yeah.
It's a bit of both. Frontside kickflip.
Dude, every
7.9, so still a really good score for Ryan DeCenzo, despite the fall, which is, I think that's the right thing. That fall was right at the end. It didn't mess up his whole run. It didn't get in the way. Shane O'Neill, 2016 Supercrown champ. Say no more.
Straight in with a switch flip backside lip slide. First trick. Ryan Nolly kickflip. Backside heel flip.
This is classic Shane O'Neill. 15 seconds left right here.
Clean tray flip. You make this last trick. Oh! Switch backside tail slide, and he still has time for another.
What a run.
Oh! That was exceptional.
Okay.
Talk about consistency.
I mean, that run had it all. Skated the gap, skated the rails, regular and switch, and nollie flipped out of crook. Come on.
No, it showed all of that technical combinations as well as the single gnarly tricks, single technical tricks. And that's what you got to do to get that high scoring line.
Oh, the switchback tail in the midst of all that.
It was the first two tricks that I was really into. Starting out 9.4.
9.4.
Shane O'Neill, first ride of the day in the nightclub. Just like that.
So, Jeff, that is the highest line score of the year, period. And rightfully so. Props to the judges for calling that one. Spot on. Mickey Papa, he's in.
Mickey usually has no problems with the line section. Being a contest veteran, been going to contests his whole life. Always good at putting together high scoring lines with tricks like that. Nollie frontside heel flip lip slide. Backside tail. Good combination, used every single obstacle on that side of the course. Nice nollie heel. Oh! Sweet varial heel flip.
Oh, and that's time. What a run. The varial heel really raised the bar on that run. Like he had a good, solid run going, and then...
And imagine backing up that Shane O'Neill run. That was an epic backup. Props to that. Nollie heel flip lip slide right there. And that combo. That's what I like. The combo back in and then the bench. And here's that last varial heel. Does this so smoothly. Wow.
And 8.4.
8.4.
He's stoked. That's a great score for him.
There it is, line section.
Take a look at the current standings for this heat. Shane O'Neill up on top of this heat only, 9.4. Jagger in second. Look at those run scores. 4 really high run scores. Before we move on to the single trick section. Before we do, we caught up with Jamie Foy and talked to him about growing up watching SLS and now what it's like to be in it.
My name is Jamie Foy, and I'm from Deerfield Beach, Florida. When I was a little kid, I watched Street League all the time. When I first saw Street League, like, it was in my mind, it's like, I can do that. I'm gonna do that. Like, I want to be in this contest. And me and my mom would always sit down and watch it, my sisters. It's like being able to watch like a basketball game or something, but it's on TV and it's for skating. So one thing that I really want to do was skate in Street League and be out there just trying hard tricks with a big crowd surrounding you. Like, I feel like that's the thing. Like, if you're a skater, it's like the closest thing you can get to like NBA or NFL. So it's kind of like one of those feelings. My first experience is in Barcelona at the Open Qualifier. I think a couple months later when they were planning the next season or something, like, yeah, they called me and gave me like a wild card position. And I remember that because that was super cool. I was like, oh, Zion's in it too? Like, yeah, it's gonna be so sick. Like, me and my, like, one of my best friends, and we grew up watching Street League, and we both, you know, grew up together skating, and we both are out there having fun on the at the skate park together with all these big heads that we've always watched skating. So that's just like a super surreal experience. Growing up, I've watched Street League all the time. I mean, I still never won a trophy, so honestly, it'd be nice to just win a trophy like one time. It'd be sick. So that's kind of just always the motivation. But I'm never too bummed because honestly, I'm always out there having a good time. I'm just glad I'm included in the whole thing, like, realistically. I'm just super stoked to be in the Street League and just be out there and having fun.
Jamie Foy, Sodi, future legend, current legend. You'll see him coming up in heat number 4.
I fear for those rails when he comes onto the course.
It's either him or them, and it's going to be them.
It's going to be them. They're going to fail. He's going to win.
The 2021 Supercrown course here from Jacksonville is available now for download at True Skate Official. So get on it, download it, check it out, play it, replicate some of these tricks, post them on Instagram, whatever. It's fun times. True Skate. Jeff, you want to take a look at our judges? This is a solid crew. They've got a heavy task. I mean, Kelly Hart, Billy Marks, Garrett Hill, Mike Moe, and Big Cat. Those are the guys. High five them when you love the scores. Sometimes, you know, send them a friendly DM if you disagree. Respectfully, because they know you can't say, like, these guys don't know what to talk about. Even if the scores are off, they've got a reason, you know?
No, they're all great skaters in their own right, aren't they? Let's give them due credit.
Absolutely.
That gets away from Luan right there.
Single trick section. Here we go. Heat number 3. Jagger Eaton coming in next. He's in 12th place, coming off a great run score of an 8.6. And we've seen it. Jagger's just going to put down trick after trick.
Oh, wow.
There's the start, switchback nose blunt. Jeff.
Difficult trick, especially on that wide rail. Also easy to stick. A little more sticky than a normal rail or hubba might be for that kind of trick, I would say. Gets his shoulder over it. locks in nicely. Look at that control.
Nine club. 9.0 switchback nose blunt. Jagger Eaton moving on up. He's an 8th. Ryan DeCenzo in for his first of 4.
So it's coming in. Switch. Oh! Switch 180 to Crooks.
Perfect.
Another good speed too.
So Ryan had a 7.9 in the run section, building on that here with a 7.4. Remember, P-Rod is in 4th with a 21.8. That is a 7.2, 7.3 average. So that's kind of the score you're going to be looking for. Shane O'Neill is in, coming off of a 9.4 line.
Oh! Going straight for the throat with that big spin back tail. Still got a few more single attempts.
Mickey, final skater, first of 4 single trip attempts.
Oh, going for the nollie here, flip frontside board slide.
Back to the top of the order. Second of 4 tries here. Luan Oliveira. Looking for a make.
Oh! He just kickflipped over the rail straight and tweaked it when he caught it.
That's cool, right? Like, it's just a totally different choice of tricks. You can kickflip over the rails, like, at an angle, but to hit it dead on, legend. Jagger Eaton, it's a guy.
Oh! He squeaked that one.
I'm telling you, Jeff, you're going to get makes from Jagger. So he's going to have the scores. You have to beat Jagger Eaton. He's not falling off.
He is hanging on that one. And yet at the same time, look, there's no toe drag on the floor. There's nothing that's sketchy. It's just a little bit of a shaky roll away.
So he had an 8.6 in the run, a 9 for the switchback nose blunt. What's this? So 4.3 is going to send P-Rod home. Judge is really thinking this one out. Rightfully so. A lot is on the line. P-Rod's trip to the final is on the line here. 8.1. P-Rod goes home. Vincent Milou is now on the bubble in 4th with a 25.1 overall score. So those top 4 scores, they're high. DeCenzo's in. DeCenzo's out. So we'll look to Shane O'Neill for his next try. Shane had the 9.4 in the run section. Of course, everybody needs 3 solid scores, so he needs 2 makes out of the next 3.
Oh, and he gets it. Big spin. Backside tail slide fakie.
Shane giving the crowd what they came out here for.
Man, building on that 9.4, that's going to be a high score.
Yeah, so it's going to come down to this. If Shane makes one more trick after this one, we can be pretty certain he'll be making that top 4. Because when Shane's making his tricks, Shane's going places.
And when Shane's confident and on his stuff,
it's a beautiful thing.
Beware. anyone else competing against him.
Yeah.
Beautiful dismount, coming to fakie. Showing that level of technicality above everybody.
8.8. Shane O'Neill moving up into 9th. So one more from him. He'll be looking really solid for the final. Mickey Papa on deck. He's in 14th, looking for his first single trick score.
Didn't quite catch the board there. Underflipped it a little bit. Caught his heels.
So Mickey's going to have to look to his next 2. Not just look to him, but stay on. Luan Oliveira, back to the top of the order here. 3rd of 4 tries. Oh, yeah.
And there it is.
Hey, bionic. It's like
the speed at which he flips his board, though, is something to behold. Look how quick that flick happens. Straight over the hubba. The only person to escape the park like that.
Yeah. To even think of that.
Yeah, awkward. You got to have that flip, very fast flick, almost before you've reached the height of your kickflip.
6.5. Didn't get much for creativity. But that was a beautiful kickflip. All right. Jagger Eaton. He's sitting in 2nd place. An 8.3 or better moves him into the lead.
Oh, going for the kickflip frontside blunt slide. Sitting in a good spot, though.
Moving on to Ryan DeSenza. He's got a 7.9 and a 7.4. Trying to build on that. Going for the kickflip front nose blunt, looking a little dejected after coming off on that. Shane O'Neill. He's in 9th. Oh, only in a contest.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that could have been me. It happens.
When you say it happens to the best of them, you just saw it happen to the best of them. Oh, what? That's why. That's why.
My jaw just dropped, hit the floor, bounced back up, and hit me in the teeth.
So that counts. That's going to count. And all right, let's put it this way. Vincent Milou is on the bubble with a 25.1. Shane O'Neill is going to post his 3rd score. And anything higher than a 7 is going to be bad news for Aurelian. And there you go, 8.1. Shane O'Neill in 1st place. Now Carlos Rivero in 2nd, Jagger in 3rd, Aurelian Giroux on the bubble. And he killed it. Mickey Papa, pressure is on here 100%. Great run score. Needs to start with this one right now.
Yeah, we need to see Mickey at his technical best right here. We need to see a hammer. Oh, yeah! Nollie heel flip frontside board slide.
That's Mickey at his technical best.
No sketch whatsoever as well. Some with speed, authority.
Yeah. Look at that. So he keeps his hopes alive here. That's going to be a big score. He had an 8.4 in the line section and then 2 falls, but now this with 1 try still to go. .4. So he backs up that line score. And that's going to set him up for his last attempt. He's going to need an 8.8 next time. All right, final attempts here in heat number 3 of 4. Luan Oliveira is just going for it. Just
full speed, flat ground, high, backside kickflip all the way down to the flat.
Jagger Eaton in third place, and 8-8 moves him into first.
Kickflip frontside blunt slide.
Jagger
down the hubba.
Getting it done again and again. So Jagger's lowest score right now is an 8-1. Anything better than that is going to help him, give him a cushion with Heat 4 coming up.
Oh, it's going to be there, Paul. That's an 8.1 all day. Plus.
You heard it, guys. That's the 2000 Sodi telling you that.
8.6.
8.6.
Gnarly score. That was epic.
That was epic.
Wow, it's really changing in those top 4 spots, isn't it?
Yeah, and Aurelian's still hanging on to the dream right there with the 25.5 in fourth. DeCenzo is doing this one for the homies. Yes, the homies! There you go, kickflip front nose blunt, Ryan DeCenzo.
I just dropped in going
Visible
100 miles an
replay,
hour.
let's take another look at that one.
Beautiful execution by Ryan. Frontside kickflip, nose blunt slide. You can see this very tasty catch. Nice lock in. Like slipped the whole length of the hubba too.
$8.5 DeCenzo. Red Dragons are partying tonight. 8.5 party. Shane O'Neill on deck. Sitting in first place with a 26.3, trying to drop an 8.1. That's his lowest score. Trying to raise the stakes. 360 double flip. Shane O'Neill looking very solid to advance to tomorrow's Supercrown Final. I think where he belongs after skating like we just saw. Mickey Papa, final attempt here. Needs an 8.3 or better to bump Aurelian Giroux out of the final. It's not going to do it. Aurelian survives heat number 3 with 1 heat still to go. 2 skaters out of heat number 3 just moved into the top 4. We got Shane O'Neill and Jagger Eaton. Not just the top 4, top 2. This is shaping up to be one serious last chance qualifier here from Jacksonville. Look at your top 4. They will be moving on to the final unless Heat 4 can change all that. We've got Felipe Mota and Kelvin Hoffler coming up still. So it's not over. Aurelian Giroux can't get too comfortable. What do you think, Jeff? Do you have any predictions for these skaters coming up in Heat 4? Do you see, who do you think has the best chance moving into that top 4 and sending any of these guys home?
It's looking like the more technical guys, right, are doing better. So I would say from the next heat that we have coming, the Felipe Mota, maybe Lucas Rebello, but these rails, Jamie Foy, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We're in Florida and there's rails there and Jamie's about to skate in front of everybody. It's going to be bonkers.
Good call, good call. Let's check in with Andrew Cannon, who's standing down with our leader, Shane O'Neill.
All right, Shane, you have done this for a very long time. You know the scoring, you know the tricks, but this is a little bit of a different course. Talk about strategy heading in. How much did you adjust by watching the skaters?
Yeah, actually, the first and second heat, I had to pay attention to kind of what scores because, like you said, this course is a lot different. It's just really kind of one big section. So I really just took the things that I thought I could skate, and I saw people skating similar things and put it all together. I mean, there's a lot of options on this course. I mean, it looks smaller than usual in the sense of it's just one section, but that makes it easier because usually you have to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 all the way. But now it's just 1, 1, 1, 1, basically. Some people do 1, 2, but, you know.
Talk to us a little about that line. I mean, man, you came out swinging it and absolutely put it down. It was a 9.4, if I'm remembering correctly. No, how does that make you feel heading into those single tricks when you post a score like that?
Yeah, that makes you feel better. Also, I've never switch flip back lipped in the beginning of my run, so that was like a little nerve-wracking because usually I would do like more of a consistent trick, like a switch back lip or a tray flip or something. But it worked, so then I was just going from there. I'm happy with that, yeah.
So, you know, when we were in Tampa, we were talking and you were saying, hey, you haven't been focusing as much on contests. And then you came out, you crushed it, obviously, in Tampa. You skated really well in Havasu. Do you think the mindset makes a huge difference for you if you're not putting too much pressure on yourself?
Not really. I think, honestly, the way that the formats are these days with the contests, it's like we're all kind of doing the same tricks always. So I used to spend a lot of time practicing those tricks, and I'd come here, and if I mess them up, it's like I might as well just practice a few days before the contest and then spend my time, you know, filming and street skating and doing more of that instead of like, I always used to try to separate it, street skating time of the year, then a couple contests, you know, and like stick to it. But now it's working to just skate as is, and we're all doing the same stuff anyway because of the format. You know, we have to land stuff. We're not going to be doing the best stuff we can ever do. That's just the way it goes.
Well, an impressive performance out here today. Super excited. Hopefully you're making it through into the finals. Thanks so much.
This last heat, though, they could all get in there. You know they can, so we'll see. But I'm happy anyway, though. Just to land stuff and just, like, be doing decent, you know, I'm happy. Yeah.
As you should be. Well, congrats, Shane. Great skating. All right, now we're going to check in with Felipe Mota on what it's like to be skating in Street League.
Once again, big shout out to
I felt SLS was a dream, like, when I was, like, 7 years old. I was, like, my favorite skaters, Luan, T-Rod, Shane O'Neill, Naja, all those dudes, like, be rapping on a contest, and I was like, dude, like, I want to be on it one day. Now, like, 7 years later, like, first I got invited to the qualifiers, and skating the SLS qualifier was super sick. It was my first time skating in a street league. I was already happy just to get invited. I was like, no matter what, I'm gonna do my must. And then I couldn't get to the top 3, got 4th place, but I was happy, like, I was proud of me. And now I got invited to, like, SLS skating with the pros. They're all the best dudes, like, I've been watching since, like, 7 years old. I just feel, like, so happy. I can't really explain that. It's like I'm realizing a dream, just to be on it. My challenge for now is, like, make to the finals. I don't know how it would feel like if I won the SLS. It would probably, like, me and my dad would go crazy, like, because we never thought about that, like, you know, just to be on it is like a win. Tô realizando sonho agora e mal consigo esperar para participar no Street League.
Welcome back to Jacksonville, Florida, in the 2021 SLS Supercrown World Championship, presented by Cariuma. And it has been quite a day so far. Heat 4 is waiting in the wings with Shane O'Neill currently in the lead. Now it's time to meet the skaters from heat number 4. First skater in will be Felipe Mota. Placed 4th in the SLS Tour qualifier this year. He's 14 years old and is a skate prodigy.
Next we have Kelvin Hoffler. Kelvin is no stranger to being on the podium in ripping Street League events. 28 years old from Brazil.
And Lucas Rebello, another brand new SLS pro this year. He got 2nd at the Tour qualifier earlier this year. That's what got him here, Lucas Rebello.
And then we have Jamie Foy, Florida local. The guy we've all been wanting to watch skate these rails today and every part of the course. 25 years old from Deerfield Beach, Florida.
Deshaun Jordan, one of 10 skaters to ever win an SLS stock. Did that back in 2017, Chicago. Those are your skaters in heat number 4. The final heat of the day here in the Last Chance Qualifier. Everybody trying to make the top 4 cut to skate against tomorrow's pre-qualified tour leaders. So here's your start order. Felipe, Kelvin, Lucas, 3 Brazilians coming in, followed by Jamie Foy and Deshaun Jordan. Doing it for USA. 5 skaters in heat 4.
The young gun, skating in the Berlin event earlier this year.
Youngest skateboarder in the event, right here.
I mean, way younger, too.
Nice 360 flip to start it out. Oh.
Now you gotta figure he'd be nervous skating with his idols. You know, we saw the segment on him. It's a big deal. But he skates like a pro, like he's been around for a decade.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, kickflip backside tail set, the level of technicality as well on this kid too. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of this kid in the future. You know, at that kind of age where every single day he's going to be learning tricks. Every day. He'll put frontside board slide.
We could be seeing him for the next 20 years easy. Yeah, he's one of those rare kids that just has it.
There's that solid 360 flip. And then that beautiful kickflip backside tail slide coming out forward.
Consistency.
But he did look a little bit shaky.
Yeah, he did. He had a fall
from watching him skate before, he looked a little bit shaky. Hopefully he can remove that and move to the next single trick section.
Run scores of 4.9, and we know those top 4 now. That's heavy. Those are big scores. Aurelian has a 25.5 overall. On deck, Kelvin Hoffler, 2015 Supercrown champion. He's always putting himself in the running.
Starting off with a big gap to backside lip slide, solid nose blunt, stall, and the backside nose blunt. Starting off really strong, Kelvin, nollie nose grind. 5-0 fakie, a little bit of tranny skills. Wow. Backside tail set. I don't know how he had the speed to do that.
I know. He came out of that pivot fakie with such a small amount of speed. So strong to do that. Amazing. Kelvin knows how to put a run together. Oh! How did he land that?
He had to land it. That's it. He knew that, like, I have to roll. I made the whole line. I'm going to bail this. No, I'm going to make this.
That was amazing.
But he did slip out of the one nose grind into nose slide, and the judges will note that, though. That's still the same as doing the trick sketchy, you know, very sketchy.
Right. This was clean, though. Balanced.
Yeah, great line. The only thing I'll say is there wasn't really a lot of flipping the board. There's the kickflip crooked grind, but there wasn't a lot of like technical tricks, so to say, if you want to put it up against Shane O'Neill and who came before.
I did love that slow motion cab back tail, though. So the average score needed to move into 4th is an 8.6. That's a high average. Judges taking their time on this one. I don't blame them. 9 club, 9.1 for Kelvin. That's the start he needed. On deck, Lucas Ribello. We saw him in Havasu skating in the final. He can get there, trying to get back there. Strong start.
Hanging in there on the tray flip. Oh! Backside nollie, 180 nose grind. There's a kickflip. Gaps a nose blunt slide.
Wow, Lucas putting together a serious run here. Oh, classic right there. 5 seconds left. Ooh, I think he,
yeah, this won't count.
Out.
Oh.
Great run. So a little poorly timed just at the finish. I mean, I hate to say that because he did great skateboarding, but it kind of fizzled out there, kind of ran out of time and then bailed the trick after time. But a lot of great tricks.
Gap to backside lip fakie to start the line out, and there's that nollie 180 fakie nose grind. Very fast movement in the nollie, and that 270 lip to fakie.
8.5, so a great score for Lucas Rebello. That's a 1/10 of a point below the average needed to make the 4 cut, though. Keep that in mind. Jamie Foy on deck. 2018 Thrasher Skater of the Year, Jamie Foy, handrail destroyer.
Yes. Backside overcrook. Backside nose grind, whatever you want to call it. Frontside feeble. Solid tall tailslide fakie. Tweaked out heel flip. Solid backside 50-50 on the bar above the quarter pipe. Into kickflip backside lip slide. Slow it down right now and just get that last trick in. Oh! No! Yeah. After all those hammers.
I mean, he was going to seal the deal with the shove it out of the back tail. I love that he did the back 50 on the floating bar, because you know, very few people are messing with that because it's deadly. And in a run chock full of everything else, Jamie's great at.
Absolutely. Like that. Great at pretty much everything. Like frontside feeble. And there's that high tail slide fakie. And then that radical use of the quarter pipe onto the flat bar, which might have looked easy. It wasn't. It was sketchy
and deadly. 8.0. So a great score. He would have got a huge score if he'd have made the back tail shot. Okay, Deshaun Jordan on deck. Coming off of a second place finish last month in Lake Havasu. Never looking better. I mean, Deshaun is skating like a champion.
Oh! Caballerial backside lip slide to fakie. That's not a trick I would have chosen my line on that hole, but that's wide. A lot of room for error on that one. Oh, going for the 270 lip fakie. A trick he does in his sleep. It's going to be final trick here if he hustles it out.
Oh, signature Deshaun. Oh! So, a huge finish. Had a fall in the run. Take a look back. Visible replay.
Nice high gap over the nose blunt slide. And there's that cap, the backside lip slide. Look at that.
Going so fast.
And the 360 flip, 50-50.
.2. That fall hurt him. Remember, 8.6 is the average score to crack into the top 4. That's what it's going to take.
No holds barred then.
Nah, you got to go all in. So check out streetleague.com for news, schedules, tickets, athlete info, and more. Head on over there, streetleague.com. Heat standings. After the line section, Kelvin Hoffler, no surprise, up on top with a 9.1, followed by Lucas Ravello and Jamie Foy rounding out the top 3. Those are the standings for Heat 4 only. Shane O'Neill is still currently the leader here today. Here's a look at Deshaun Jordan. We sat down with Deshaun and asked him, what have you been up to?
These past 2 years, I've just kind of been kicking it, like staying out the way, trying to stay healthy mentally and physically. I kind of used all that downtime as prep time, and just kind of like it allowed me to kind of regroup and just get back on track, like mentally. You know what I mean? I felt like I needed that break. I think the new format is dope. Like I think it's going to be great. It's going to be super cutthroat. You can no longer play the safe game anymore. It's like you got to come correct, you know what I mean, throughout the whole contest, you know, to secure any type of possibility of getting up in the podium or winning. So a crazy growth in just skating, you know. Like, I think it's going to be crazy stuff happening. The skateboarding's going to be amazing, and it's going to continue to do that, like with this new format. I'm stoked to be a part of the tour again. I'm looking forward to like all the good times and, you know, good energy and, you know, great skating. That's going to happen amongst every skateboarder that's, you know, in the contest. And so I'm stoked to just like have that energy going and like feed off of each other, push each other skateboarding, and just, you know what I mean, like have a good time. That feeling of just like getting a first place trophy at an SLS is just like, it's unreal because there's so much great skateboarding going on, and like it can literally be anybody's game and anybody's day. So it's like to make it through and like get one, it's overall just like a great achievement. My motivation for the 2021 championship tour is to just skate as hard as I can, you know what I mean? To keep a good vibe, curated, good energy, you know what I mean? Have fun with the homies, and you know what I mean? Like I said again, leave no doubt.
Street League Skateboarding has been brought to you by Cariuma, old school shoes, new school epics. Tech Deck, start small, go big, Tech Deck. By Athletic Brewing, proud partner of Street League Skateboarding. By True Skate, true control, true skill, true skate. We're back. This is the Last Chance Qualifier, heat number 4 here from Jacksonville. Felipe Mota will be coming in for his first of 4 best trick attempts.
Didn't quite lock into that kick to back tail. 0, Felipe Mota. Next up we have Kelvin.
Kelvin coming off the 9.1. Can you try for me? You know, as we talked about, 8.6, that's the average needed. So Kelvin just has to keep it going. You know he's good for it. Kelvin getting hyped. Here we go. Oh!
Going straight for the big moves. Kickflip back lip. A little bit sticky. Might need a little bit of wax on that. Looked like it did actually stick a little.
Lucas Ravello had an 8.5 in the runs. First of 4.
Waxing all those wheel bite areas. Make sure if those wheels rub against the board, he still rolls. This, I want to see the slow-mo.
Yeah.
This, I want to see a slow-mo right now. That was incredible. Perfectly done right there, and right at the dismount. Just kind of flopped it out. Big old 10-foot gap, the backside nose blunt slide. And hey, little bit of a hand drag. I'll take it. I'll take that.
I can't believe he made that. So he had the line score of an 8.5. 8.6 average is what it takes to get the job done here. 7.1. The sketch factor cost big. And the rule is he got scored for that trick. He can't go back to it and clean it up. It's off the table. He's got to move on. Jamie Foy in next. Coming off of a run, score of an 8 even.
Oh! Frontside crooked ground shove, a little sketchy. Might have been a little bit of a toe drag, hand down, but my goodness.
Just, I mean, we talked about it. The front crook through the double kink is enough. The shove out,
yeah. Like the backside shove out like that. He popped over to the other side almost. Watch his body weight right here. It starts shifting right there. That's what got him, because he was leaning too far down with his head dipped. Way to go, hanging in there, Matt.
It's got to be tough to score, because such a hard trick, but real sketchy. 7.9. Still solid, but not in the top 4 cut-making range. Deshaun Jordan coming off a 7.2. Oh, nope. That's the first of 4 single trick attempts for every skater here in heat number 4. Back to the top of the order, Felipe Mota. He had a fall on his first try. His run was not the score he needed, so he essentially needs to put down 3 heavy tricks in a row, starting now. The kickflip back tail is one thing. The shove out.
The crowd are loving that one. How awesome is that? Kickflip backside tail slide, shove it. Fast flick, good lock in, clean shove it. There's another angle there as you can see the speed of that flick. Look how quick it locks in, high up.
Okay. So doing what he needs to do there.
Hey! Oh, the crowd's booing.
The crowd is bummed.
The judges are being judged themselves right now. That might have been a little low.
Shoes on the other foot, huh, guys? What do you think, Jeff? What would be the reason for the 8?
I don't know. That looks like a mid-8s to me. Or high 8, somewhere in there.
All right, Kelvin had the 9-1 in the run section. He fell on the kickflip back lip on his first single trick attempt.
Oh, but he ain't gonna fall again.
No way.
He's not falling again today, I don't think. Kickflip backside lip slide. Huge one. Big old gap, the kickflip back lip.
Just the level of confidence. I mean, the level of confidence that it takes to try it, but just you could see that he was going to make it the whole time. Perfect. Nice angle, Street League filmers. Good job.
Very solid. Kick to the backside lip slide.
It's crazy. His feet were pretty sketchy in the backside lip slide, but by the time he landed, it was bolts. 8-7. See, he's keeping it going. He had the 9-1, now he's got the 8-7. He's set himself up. He's got 3 more tries to try to get Aurelien Giraud out of the final and put Kelvin Hoffler in. All right, Lucas Ribello on deck in 15th.
Oh! Nollie cab to switchback tail.
That's just one of those tricks. You know who does it? Yuto does it, and now Lucas. That's it, and he did it perfect. So he had the 8.5 in the run. He had the 7.1 on his first try. Now he's backing it up here. Nollie 270 switchback tail. What are the judges going to think of that? 8.7.
That kind of trick always scores high because of the blind element.
Yeah.
Blindside element. You don't know where you're going. It's hard to always, push in and lock in consistently for most people.
Jamie Foy. Florida loves Jamie Foy. And that's why. Fakey crook.
Fake Ollie over to fake switch crook over on the other side, or
Foy grind. He Foy grinded through the double kink.
Fakey Ollie, fakey 5-0, kind of pinched over, gets in right at the top of the rail, helps it out. Classic Jamie Foy.
8.6 right there for Jamie Foy, so good scoring trick. Now his lowest score on the board is 7.9. Absolutely 6th place.
Jamie getting it done. Deshaun Jordan. Trying to stay on here. Oh, not quite. So that's 2 falls in a row for Deshaun Jordan, meaning he's got to make it all happen in his last 2 tries.
It's going to put a lot of heat on him. Those last 2 goes.
So Lucas Ribello moving up the board. And speaking of, we caught up with him for his thoughts on skating here at SLS.
My name is Lucas Ribello. I'm from Fortaleza, Brazil. When I was 11 years old, I started skating and I heard about the SLS. I was like, wow, this contest is like amazing. This is like my dream right now, I want to keep skating, have fun, maybe one day be there, skate with everyone. I was talking with my friends when I was 2 and I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, I'm living my dream. That's what I'm doing right now, living my dream. I remember when I was watching TV and right now I'm here skating with everyone. The craziest thing was watching P-Rod in person skating SLS. This is not TV, it's real life right now. That feeling to be on the first stop in SLS was insane. I was feeling like I was dreaming. I was nervous, yeah, for sure. I was excited to skate. I was more confident, for sure. I was like, all right, that's my second stop, so I know how that works a little bit now. I skated good. I was happy with myself, so that made me good. When you say Supercrown, sounds bigger than, so that means wow, I gotta be ready for this. Supercrown is watch it World Cup, Barcelona versus Real Madrid. It's the best of the best. It's insane finals. You will see something really crazy there for sure. If you want something, have your dream, think about a lot of possibilities to make it happen, Be positive always and make it happen, do your best.
It's a good story. Keeping it going. It's heat number 4 here in the Last Chance Qualifier. Back to the top of the order. Felipe Mota, the 14-year-old, is in 16th place. He needs some big scores coming up here.
That's going to be up to the judges, Paul, on that one. Let's see. Heel flip backside, tail side. That would have been one that get a high score.
Yeah, so he's going to be out, essentially, of the top 4. Kelvin Hoffler is not out. He needs a 7.8 in one of his next 2 attempts to move into the top 4. Aurélien Giraud from France, who was our first skater in today in Heat 1. He's in 4th place. He'll be the first one out if Kelvin puts down a 7.8 or better.
7.8 to get into the top 4. So does he play the strategy game or does he go for it?
Cab back tail, Jeff. 7.8. Does that get it done?
That's going to be right on it, I would say. Yes. Yep, on the call, it's right on there. But we'll see how the judges feel about that. I mean, we have seen that trick a lot from Kelvin, so they're a little desensitized when they see the same trick after an, you know? But still, can't turn your nose up at a Caballero backside tail slide fakie. And he does them so well, too.
He really does. So Aurélien Giraud from France has to be watching this one closely. Jeff, you nailed it. Right in the range, just good enough. 7.9. Kelvin moves into 4th. Aurélien Giraud goes home. Lucas Rebello on deck. He's in 8th. Trying to get rid of a 7.1. Actually, none of that matters. He needs an 8.6 or better. Oh, 270 lip fakie. Okay.
I mean, it's a 10-foot gap going 360 before he lands on the rail, right? Like, flipping to it's one thing, but spinning to it at that speed, low to the ground, gnarly.
That was incredible. I guess the only question is it an 8.6 or better?
Look at the wraparound. You can see right here, they had to do a little bit later wraparound to delay it so he didn't rotate too early.
Gnarly is right.
Yeah, gnarly is it. That's exactly what that was. 8.7.
Oh, and guess what? He does it, so he actually moves into 3rd place, putting himself in a great spot. Now Carlos Ribeiro is on the bubble, and Kelvin Hoffler just got bumped out. That was a big shakeup. That trick changed everything just now. Jamie Foy looking for a 9.3.
Yeah, at that point, you've just got to try the hardest trick you can think of that you know you can actually do.
All right, Deshaun Jordan coming in next. He is not in the running for the top 4. See what he does anyway. It's just for skateboarding. Can we get him back in the running? Come on. Come on. That was amazing.
That was amazing. That was amazing, Paul.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, it's not a super long rail, but it's not super low rail neither. So to spin that much, look at that. Bigger flip, the front board faking. And then with that element of you could stick, because it's a wide metal hover, and it has been sticking.
Yeah. Beautifully done.
That's not a 9. I'm going home. I'm going home if that's not a 9. Ah, 9 club.
You
Love
can
it.
stay here.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Nicely done. 9.1. Let's look at it one more time, shall we?
Another major score for sure.
Look at the drop down the board. Whole board flat on that wide metal hover into fakie. One of the best tricks of the day that we've seen today. Incredible.
High scoring contest.
Final tries.
Last and final attempt for
Felipe Mota can't advance. but he can still give us some great skateboarding.
And we've got Kelvin on the bubble too, so we'll see if we're going to have any more adjustments here. Yeah, oh, I thought he had that right then. Heel flip backside tail slide. Great to see 14-year-old kid out there giving the SLS pros a run for their money. New blood coming in hot. Watch out. All of you watch out him. He's coming in real hot.
Kelvin Hoffler is in 5th place. He needs an 8-1. That's what it comes down to. Carlos Ribeiro, fellow Brazilian, is in 4th. He'll be the first one out. If Kelvin makes something, gets an 8-1 or better. Let's see.
But I'll tell you what, he's done it in the past. He is no stranger to these situations at Street League.
Oh, there you go. Gap, kick flip, front lip. He's feeling hyped, relieved, juiced up. He's laughing. High fives from the bros. Yeah, Kelvin. So now it's up to the judges.
I don't think he could have done that any better, and he slid a good way on it too. Very clean. That's going to get a good score, right? 8.7. The judges see it when tricks are done. They're done really well, you know, and that one was done exceptionally well.
Now Lucas Rebello just got bumped to 4th. Carlos Ribeiro is out. Anything better than an 8.5 helps Lucas, but a 9.2 seals the deal, puts him in 1st.
Frontside 270 to frontside nose slide.
Okay, so he was trying to get rid of an 8.5. That should do it. Is that 9.2 within reach?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's within reach.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Wouldn't want to be the judge. Look at the rip on that 270 before he locks it down. Just about gets it in there.
He almost ran out of hubba. There you go! 9.3 moves Lucas Rebello into 1st place. Jagger Eaton moves down into 4th. With only 2 skaters still to go, the question is, yes, can Jagger get bumped out or not? We'll see. We'll see. Jamie Foy. Okay, here we go. 9.7 is what he needs. Now, if he does this kickflip front crook down the gap to rail,
he can do it. Jamie, you can do this. He can do this. Yeah. This could happen right now.
Oh man. So that is going to be it. Deshaun Jordan still to skate, but he cannot catch the top 4.
And that's going to do it for him. Let's hear it for Deshaun, everybody.
Jeff, what a show of skateboarding here today. It's been insane. Our top 4 is set. Jagger Eaton just squeezed in there. He made it. Take a look there. The names up on top in gold are skating tomorrow. Lucas Rebello, Kelvin Hoffler, Shane O'Neill, and Jagger Eaton. Now let's send it down to Andrew Cannon.
All right, Lucas, you're out there. You got a 9.2. You're in 4th place. Why do you go so hard on that last trick and get that 9.3?
I mean, I was still waiting for Jamie Foy to do his trick, so I was like, I don't want to depend from Jamie or no, I want to do what I want to do. And I was feeling to do alley back tail, or I don't know, alley front nose, depends what you call. And I was like, I want to do that. I was feeling good to do it. So I was like, I just go for it.
That's amazing. How does it feel? Is this going to be your first Supercrown Final? How excited are you?
I can't believe it. The only thing, it's crazy. I'm just living my dream over here. It's crazy, like, see, be skating all those people and made the finals. That's insane for me.
Well, congratulations, man. Well deserved. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. Now let's take a look at Ryan DeCenza with the mop grip catch of the day. There it is. Kickflip front nose blunt. DeCenza. Mop grip catch of the day. Let's take a look at the Supercrown season standings right there. All right, this is your start list for tomorrow. Jagger Eaton will be coming in first, followed by Shane O'Neill, then Kelvin Hoffler, Lucas Rebello, and then the season leaders, Gustavo Ribeiro, Alex Midler, Felipe Gustavo, and Nija Houston. It is going to be a great day tomorrow, so congratulations to all the skaters for making it through to tomorrow's final. And for everybody here at SLS, I'm Paul Zitzer, signing off for Jeff Rowley and Andrew Cannon. We'll see you tomorrow from Jacksonville.